right, it's a rock out. It's a tangent. This is the Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire. You know, it's like I have a burr up my ass, a burr of freedom. I'm in the barn, the sacred rhythm and blues, rock and roll, funk brother Motown barn with this. Look at how pretty the Tiger PRS is. My name is Ted Nugent, and I am one free, we the people, experimenter in self-government right here in the barn. Look at all these patches and challenge coins behind me. You know what? I've dedicated myself to be the best that I can be. So I'm rock solid, wallowing ferociously like a breeding carp in shallow water, in the shallow waters of freedom. Actually, they're eternally deep, because I put my heart and soul into experimenting in self-government, because even guitar players qualify as selves. So I'm getting ready. Look how pretty. Paul Reed Smith, what a master craftsman. I'm sure my chords are bad, but I'm in the barn, and I'm just on a tangent here because I got Troy Sandy and Troy Sandy Jr. over there in Hillsdale, Michigan at Frank Beck Chevrolet. I'm like saluting the entrepreneurs, the shit kickers, people with alarm clocks, and they set them. And when the alarm clock goes off early in the morning, they get up and they charge forth into that American dream, into the swirling dust of the American dream arena. And in the swirling dust, they just go, go, go. They never give up. They never give in. They make sacrifices. They take risks so that they can be providing for their family in the asset column for family, community, state, the great state of Michigan, the once great state of Michigan, still wall-to-wall, great, great patriot shit kickers, rock solid in the asset column for their family and the nation and the world. And because we're hunters and fishermen and trappers, we're also in the asset column of the environment, because clean air, soil, and water erupts from healthy wildlife habitat, which the licensed hunting families of the nation and fishing families and trapping families, ranchers, farmers, we pay for. Balanced wildlife habitat. Not only that, but we actually balance it, but we actually pay the price for your clean air, soil, and water. So a big salute to everybody over at Frank Beck Chevrolet, Troy Sandy and Troy Sandy Jr. and their entire family. My buddy Jim Knapp's in the other room with Toby. And they're loading up the truck to go to Minneapolis, to go to Minnesota, Anoka. 100th year anniversary of federal ammunition. You know, if you're gonna have somebody play killer ballistic rock and roll for the 100th year anniversary of federal ammunition, who are you gonna call? The whack master. Yes, I'm the master at whacking. Whack and stack, track, hack, pack, and give them no slack, Mac, because I have always been field to table. Or as they have it down in Naples, Florida, with the great Alfie Oakes and his entire seed to table family. God bless the entrepreneurs. So a big salute to Brian Shootback and Dave Miller, who perfected my Zebra Bronco. Finally, wait till I tell you about that. I'm going into the gory details. But Dave Miller, Brian Shootback, if you want the ultimate, proper, intelligent, proven, perfect advice for the mystical flight of the arrow, which everybody needs real bad right now, go see Brian Shootback and his family on Pearl Street in Jackson, Michigan. He's been around since I bought my first air cleaner at the Western Automotive from his dad, Dave Shootback, and then they turn it into Shootback Sporting Goods, and it's the destination for people who want to celebrate conservation. That aim small, miss small celebration of marksmanship discipline, the spirit of the wild, the tradition of Fred Bear. anyhow, tangents are us. So I'm just checking out this equipment because we're loading the truck, hopefully, for the Detroit Muscle Ultimate Rhythm and Blues Rock and Roll Celebration this summer. And we're starting at the Federal Ammunition 100-year anniversary. And you know why they invited me? Because I may have single-handedly kept Federal Ammunition alive with my ammunition purchases from Shootback Sporting Goods on Pearl Street in Jackson. So a big salute to all those entrepreneurs, all those families at Federal and at Remington, and all these sporting good companies that have turned into just the greatest family operations, world-class products for the great outdoor lifestyle, which we need now more than ever because the spirit of the wild will cleanse your soul. In fact, here's another entrepreneur. I'll put down that beautiful, by the way, I got batteries for my little, how pretty is that, huh? How noisy is that? Hey, Todd Carlson, what year is this? What did I get this sometime in the 80s or 90s? What a beautiful PRS Tiger Stripe. We'll be playing Fred Bear on that. What do you think, Happy? Did you get all hot today, huh? What do you think? Good boy. You're all right. Good boy. Look at that, Happy Jackson. Happy the Jack Man. How you doing? Did you get a squirrel today? Good work. Good red squirrel retriever. He went swimming. Boy, they get hot. You know, I came up to Michigan to get out of 110-degree Texas temperature, and what is it today but over 100 degrees in Michigan? What in tarnation? So here, I just did the great Colonel Allen West Steadfast and Loyal podcast last night. Look that up, Colonel Allen West. What an American patriot, rock solid in the asset column. I don't know how you find him. Maybe Google website, Colonel Allen West. Great man. I did his Steadfast and Loyal podcast last night. We're celebrating entrepreneurs here today. They've created the best gun cleaning stuff in the world. It's called Dirty Bore. Go to dirty-bore.com and support family businesses that put their heart and soul into creating killer products. These are the best gun cleaning stuff I've ever used. And believe me, I need gun cleaning stuff because if I do one thing really good, it's get my guns dirty. I've been practicing today with my fully suppressed, my Silencerco suppressed, quiet, safer, more accurate, less dangerous to hearing damage because it has a suppressor on it. Well, we need to get a federal license for that muffler. Think of that for a minute. I'm on another tangent, but think of that. So I have to get federal paperwork for a muffler. Well, that's different than on a lawnmower, Ted. No, it's not. You know, more people are injured from lawnmowers than they are firearms. Tell me you know that. Real accidents, not negligence and not intentional attacks by people on parole because they weren't charged with a gun crime, even though they were caught committing felonious gun crimes. Tangents are us. But anyhow, so where was I? Anyhow, so I practiced with my Ruger 1022 fully suppressed with some Remington high velocity hollow points, shooting red squirrels for the puppies. It's perfect. They're varmints. They're nuisances. They chew holes in my silo and in my barn. Shooting varmints is good. Killing groundhogs is perfect. Killing blue jays is perfect. Killing crows is perfect. Killing squirrels is perfect. Plus, they're delicious. I don't eat the red squirrels. I did one time, but we just shoot the red squirrels because they damage the property. They're like varmints, and I don't put them on parole. I just eliminate them. And also practicing with one of my various AR-15s, you know? They're weapons of recreation. They're weapons of competition. They're weapons of sporting. They're weapons of self-defense. They're not weapons of war, you lying sons of bitches. Charlie Schumer, surrounded by guys with real machine guns that he charges us for his security, but he denies us security. Here's one for you, my friends. My name is Ted Nugent, and follow me on the linguistic perfection of my articulation of the First Amendment, which is good for all humans on planet Earth. Now, if your government eliminates your First Amendment, that means you're living under a tyrannical government. Castro Jr. up in Canada, what a prick. What a prick Castro Jr. up in Canada is. Now, when I come over bear hunting, are you going to arrest me because I have too many arrows? I have an assault arrow quiver. Justin Castro Jr. Trudell. You see how stupid they are? AR-15s are not weapons of war. Do you know that more people are killed with pipes? Not my conclusion, not my research. Back when there was somebody trustworthy at the FBI, they did a uniform crime report. And more people annually are killed with fists, clubs, baseball bats, knives, and pipes than all rifles combined. But nobody wants to ban those tools or those methodologies because the gun grabbers, the control devils who want to completely control Americans by disarming us, that's their goal. They want us disarmed so they can control us further. AR-15s, not weapons of war. No army has ever used a semi-automatic AR-15 in war maneuvers. But like the First Amendment, I don't need a license, I don't need a permit, and I don't need another man to authorize my God-given individual rights that are guaranteed under the U.S. Constitution. I don't need authorization from a man. And I don't need an authorization from any man in any jurisdiction for me to keep and bear arms. You know, in the Constitution it says, any rights herein not enumerated are left up to the states. Okay, except guess what? The First Amendment rights are enumerated, which means they're good in America without paperwork. No state has control over your First Amendment. Got it? How come this has never been mentioned in a school in the United States? Because the weasels on the left have penetrated, infested like varmints. The left have infested the education system like soulless, gender-confused varmints. And only the guilty need to feel guilty. If you're not a hater and a liar and a leftist Marxist, gender-confused monster, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the gender-confused, tyrannical control monsters. There's some good teachers out there, I think a dozen. My point is I don't need any permit or paperwork or a license for my First Amendment on U.S. soil. And that right is enumerated in the Constitution, which means the states have no control over the First Amendment. Let's move on to the Second Amendment now, shall we? Same thing. Any rights herein not enumerated are up to the states. The Second Amendment, my right, guaranteed by that Second Amendment because it identifies the self-evident truth that I have the right from God to defend myself, to keep and bear arms. Keep means it's mine, you can't have it. Bear only means one thing. A couple are on me right now and always, and they're loaded. And I don't need a permit, I don't need paperwork, and I don't need a license. The existence of the acknowledgement and the guarantee by the Second Amendment means I have the right to keep and bear arms on U.S. soil. Debate me on that. Go ahead, debate me on that, Joe Biden. And let's identify what a prick he is. Let's identify what a tyrannical, power-abusing monster Joe Biden is. So when someone had mentioned that we have the right to keep and bear arms so that the King Georges of the world, or the wannabe King Georges, can never control us because we have the right to keep and bear arms as citizens, individual citizens. And instead of the President of the United States, even though he wasn't legally voted in as the President, at least he thinks he's the President. So let's pretend Joe Biden is the President. I know it's difficult, it hurts because he's such a creep, such a freak, such a tyrannical, power-abusing, oath-violating monster criminal. But here's the guy who thinks he's the President when confronted with the Second Amendment, instead of saying, as your president, I support your independence and your God-given individual right to keep and bear arms, as guaranteed by the Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution and the Bill of Rights. Instead of him saying that, he said, well, that's not going to do you any good because we got F-15s and F-18s and nuclear weapons. See where his stand is? His stand is against the citizens of the United States of America. Instead of showing that he represents us and works for us based on his oath to the Constitution, instead of Joe Biden showing leadership and patriotism and support for the experiment in self-government, he literally threatened us that your right to keep and bear arms won't be any good because he's got F-18s and nuclear bombs. Do you see what a freak, creep, evil devil he is? Now, I know that some publications will repeat that, and they'll think that they're criticizing me when they repeat what I just said, even though they oftentimes put quotes around things I never did say. But they'll try to find fault with what I just said. What I just said is undeniable. What I just said is the self-evident truth that is the foundation of the experiment in self-government, the once great United States of America, that is going down the toilet because our own government opens the borders to military-age jihadists and MS-13 rape, torture, murder gangs. Our government is inviting them. Our government is welcoming fentanyl, slaughtering American lives. Our government gave how many gazillions of dollars of state-of-the-art American military weaponry to the Taliban? Did you vote for that? Anybody out there, did you vote for that? I didn't vote for that. How about you out there? How about Postmasterdom? How about Greg? How about David, Larry, Myra? How about South Florida DCL? How about Scott, Rick? Any of you guys vote to give billions of dollars in weaponry to the Taliban? Did you vote for that? Did you vote to give $80 billion, $1.5 billion a month to Ukraine? Did any of you vote on that bill? Did you vote on that? Kevin, how about Hot Limited? FBJ, no kidding, FJB. Guzzo of Oz, American Candle Factory. What is an American Candle Factory? I hope you're not making those chemical, deadly, poisonous candles. Ooh, but it smells like freshness of spring. No, it doesn't. It smells like chemical warfare. I hope you're making natural candles, because I don't let fake chemical warfare candles anywhere near me. Holy shit, what kind of world have we landed in? It's just bizarro world. So this is just a quickie celebration. Once again, Troy and Troy Sandy, and everybody over at Frank Beck Chevy, and right here at the M60 Grill, and my Japanese friends at Aka, AKA the greatest restaurant in the Midwest. And Toby, didn't the Common Grill shut down?
It did, but it didn't. It's open again.
The Common Grill in Chelsea, Michigan. Some of the best food to be found anywhere in the world, except I'll tell you this, Toby, right now. A big salute to Prime Cuts. Is that Jackson?
Yes.
Prime Cuts, is it considered a delicatessen or something? Prime Cuts custom meat and delicatessen goodies. To all the ladies at Prime Cuts in Jackson, Michigan, and all you butchers, all you men behind the counter with the white bloody robes, I love you so much. You have no idea. You ready for this? I'm 73.7 years old, 74 years clean and sober, so my taste buds seek full erection. I like tasting orgies. I like the culinary palate stimuli of great food. And you ready for this, Toby? I know you've heard me say this a bunch of times. Some of the best food I've ever eaten was at Aka, AKA in Jackson, at Common Grill in Chelsea, and at this M60 Grill in Concord. And a bologna sandwich on a mountain in Alaska, probably the best meal I ever ate. But anyhow, so last night, Toby got me 2 ribeyes, some beef. Don't eat much beef around here. But I said, grab me 2 ribeyes. I haven't thought any venison when I came back to Michigan. So he bought me 2 Prime Cuts ribeyes from Prime Cuts. Another entrepreneurial salute. Toby, I had some bacon grease from Prime Cuts thick sliced bacon, which, by the way, they have so many different types of bacon. That was not the best bacon. It's something strange, but it's like I expected to oink and run out of the cabin. There's other bacon that is thick sliced that has more fat. More fat. Duck fat. It's like my cocaine. I don't do cocaine or heroin or fentanyl. I do duck fat. I put a little on between my cheek and my gums, and just suck on the duck fat. This is a tangent. So anyhow, so last night, Toby, he's loading up my guitar case to go to Minnesota for the Federal Ammunition 100-year anniversary. How cool is that? Who are you going to call? Bon Jovi? I don't think so. So I took that ribeye in some fresh bacon grease, and I cooked it at high heat and just put a little salt and pepper on it with a little slim of garlic, a little slug of garlic smashings and garlic juice. And I let that singe and singe up on one side and turned it over and singe it on the other in that bacon grease with a little garlic tope. Put that sucker in the oven at 400 degrees for 12, 15 minutes. Took it out. It was sizzling like on a plate from Ruth Chris. Ready? The best steak I have ever eaten in my life. And I'm going to do it again here in a little while. You don't have to be quiet, Jim. It's kind of good. It sounds like we're working in here. And that's Jim Knapp. Jim Knapp can do, you know what Jim Knapp's job description is? Same as my job description. Same as Toby's job description. Same as Fleetwood's job description. Same as Rocco's job description. Same as Shemaine's. Well, Shemaine has a few. She won't gut raccoons. So, but our job description, yes, I do that. Yep, I can do that. No, I don't care what you want me to do. I can do that. And I will do that. And I'll do it great. So I'm going to cook up another Prime Cuts meatery, Prime Cuts delicatessen, whatever that is. All you ladies at Prime Cuts, so when I come in to buy your whole milk with the big fat cream on the top and I guzzle it like what's the guy that Loathing in Las Vegas, what was his name? Hunter Thompson. I drink yellow fat off the top of whole milk like Hunter Thompson chugged Jack Daniels. Oh my God. So anyhow, this is the Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire brought to you by TedNugent.com, where you can get the killer Ted Nugent Challenge coin. Which, by the way, tomorrow's Thursday. I'm doing another official Spirit Campfire tomorrow. But now, at some point, I'm probably going to back it down. Though knowing me, I don't know what backing it down means. But I may back it down to just do one Ted Nugent Real America Voice Spirit Campfire on Friday night at 10 p.m. But right now, I got this wrapped up in a little plastic sleeve. So I'm going to go cook that prime rib from Prime Cuts. So anyhow, these are available right now. How do you do that? There it is. Ted Nugent Challenge coin available at TedNugent.com. Buy 10 of these and give them away to heroes or friends that you really want to impact. When you give away a Ted Nugent Challenge coin, it's emotional. You put it in someone's hand, you shake their hand and put it in their hand like that, tears, there'll be tears of joy. Because once you give them a Ted Nugent Challenge coin, it's official. Whoever you give it to is absolutely confirmed a shit kicker. So these are available at TedNugent.com. And you can still get the I Will Not Comply. Tober, are you in there? Bring me out one of those motherfucker hats and is it I Will Not Comply or come and take it? Comply. See, I'm kind of inebriated on heat. I'm having a heat stroke live on the Spirit Campfire. So get about 10 of these babies. Is where next time they have some stupid protest, wear one of these babies. And then you can cold cock somebody in self-defense. I'm not recommending violence, but it is available. All right, get these and get these at TedNugent.com. No, go ahead, go right there right now and buy a shitload of these. They're personally autographs. I autographed like a whirlwind. I'm telling you, if I masturbated, I'd pull my dick clean off. If I grabbed it and I'd yank it right out of the location because my hand is so strong from signing autographs every day. You having fun with me yet? Is this fun? A lot of people go, well, he's an asshole. Whatever, but I'm a fun asshole. Come on. If you're going to be an asshole, at least have fun. Ted Nugent personally autographed hats. I'll put these right over here. And what else? Entrepreneurs. I'm an entrepreneur. Buy my shit. By Mike Lindell. There's an entrepreneur. Boy, that guy wallpapers and carpet bombs, doesn't he? He's like the A10 warthog of entrepreneurs. Go to mypillow.com and type in the code TED. Or you can go to mypillow.com and type in the code SPIRIT. Spirit. Like in Spirit Wild. I know I have a whistle when I say my S's. Get over it. I don't know why. I used to have a big old chipped tooth, but it's not chipped anymore. There's Happy. What do you think, Hap? Is it boring? You'd like to chew on a woodchuck. I'm going to shoot a woodchuck with a Browning 22 mag I bought from Dave Shootback at Western Automotive in 1970. All right, so that's ladies. The most important thing I can leave you with is stand strong. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. Get a bow and arrow. Cleanse your soul. Remain fortified in this treacherous holy war, this culture war turned spiritual war, Barack, in the clusterfuck of 22. It is treacherous. I know it hurts. I know we're hurting. I know our government has turned on we the people. Our government will side with invaders through our border, but not with the citizens. That hurts. The United States government will side with Ukraine, which is just a gangster money laundering, child sex trafficking hellhole. So our government will side with a child sex trafficking, money laundering gangster Ukraine, but not with its own citizens. That really hurts. That's devastating, but I'm not devastated. It makes me strong. I wasn't at Iwo Jima. I wasn't on Normandy Beach. I wasn't at Omaha Beach. I wasn't at the Alamo, but I'm here now. And the more treacherous and evil our government and the media gets, the stronger I am. The more defiant I am. I'm like a middle finger that plays guitar. And I'm on fire. Be a middle finger on fire. The very essence of the American experiment self-government is to be a critical thinker. Question all authority. We are Rosa Parks. That's a seat on the bus. And we can put our black ass on any seat we damn well please. And if some clown who wears his bedding on his head tries to stop us, we'll crush him. Any questions? It's perfect. I'm on a mission from God. And I'm against Satan, who happens to control America, the government, fact checkers, the media, Walt Disney World, and Hollywood. And they can all chew on my dead dog's left nut. Because I'm not backing down, I'm not giving up, and nobody's registering my guns, nobody's infringing on my right to keep and bear arms. The Second Amendment is my right, is my constitutionally guaranteed God-given individual right to keep and bear arms. And anybody that infringes on it is a criminal. New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Illinois, California, Maryland, Massachusetts. Don't you see the people that are pushing for gun control and that think you have to have a permit, or there's areas where you're not allowed to have a First Amendment, or an area where you're not allowed to have a Second Amendment? Do you realize that they're criminals? All right. Celebrate summertime. Celebrate Flag Day every day. Celebrate Veterans Day every day. Celebrate 4th of July every day. Celebrate Father's Day every day. Celebrate Mother's Day every day. Celebrate Thanksgiving every day. Celebrate Labor Day every day, but if you don't have a job, you shouldn't be able to celebrate shit. Well, that's awful wide stroke of a brush, isn't it? Pretty wide stroke of a brush. So I'll see you guys here tomorrow on the Ted Nugent Spirit Campfire again. But join me at hunternation.org. I'm not kidding. Do not. Well, what do we do? I have nothing we can do. hunternation.org. We're circling the conservative wagons in America. We just did it down in Texas, didn't we? Down around Brownsville, didn't we? We flipped a historically liberal Democrat zone by a great conservative. I wish I had her name in front of me right now. Flores. I think her name is Flores. But it doesn't matter. Stand up for what you believe in. Go to tednugent.com. Buy a shitload of my stuff. Oh, by the way, buy the new record, Detroit Muscle. Are you kidding me? You want to rock your balls off. You want to dance like breeding animals in heat. Ted Nugent, Detroit Muscle. Jason Hartless on drums. Greg Smith on bass guitar. Absolute animals. The best music available right now. The best music available right now. Ted Nugent, Detroit Muscle. Thank you for your support. Stand up for what you believe in. Make sure your mayor, your senator, your congressman, your governor knows exactly what your family expects from them. Know your chief of police and your state trooper commander. Know your sheriff. Make sure that they don't violate their sacred oath to the U.S. Constitution by infringing on our God-given individual rights guaranteed by the Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution Bill of Rights to keep and bear arms. And you know who wants more gun control? Tyrants and criminals. Tyrants and criminals celebrate gun-free zones and demand gun-free zones where the most innocent lives are lost. Think about that. Who wants gun-free zones? Tyrants and criminals. Because in a gun-free zone, they got sitting ducks, and our government is releasing the most violent criminals to track down unarmed and helpless victims and do what they damn well please. Don't be unarmed and helpless. Be sure you're a member of Gun Owners of America and the National Rifle Association. And most importantly, I think Gun Owners of America for sure, NRA for sure, but my favorite, United States Concealed Carry Association, uscca.com.org, USCCA, United States Concealed Carry Association. God bless you all in the asset column. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for your spirit, your energy, your positive middle finger on fire shit kicker celebration right here with your Uncle Ted on the Spirit Campfire. And join me every Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time for the Real America Voice, Ted Nugent, Spirit Campfire. Celebrate perfection. It's available. I'm living it. In fact, Happy Sadie and Coco